Hey, so I usually do a Christmas video around this sort of time of year when I talk about, I don't know, I can't remember. I've made a load of them though, and I don't feel inspired to talk about Christmas this year that much because, I don't know, not everybody does it. And I've done a load of Christmas videos, and podcasts and all that stuff. All these tips, I did all this stuff about getting through Christmas with an eating disorder. And so I'm not going to talk about that so much this year. But one thing I just want to point out for any of you that are watching this is that if you go to Christmas dinner with your family or whoever else, and for that one meal, you can't just eat one goddamn meal without either taking your own food or making the person who's cooking that dinner feel that they have to cook special food just for you to accommodate your dietary anxieties. That's a problem. And whatever your brain tells you to justify it, that's bollocks. Because it's one meal of the entire year. And if you can't just go one meal where you shut up and you just eat whatever the fuck you're given, just step back for a moment and look at just how big a problem that you have. Because so often our brains just wind us up into thinking, oh, this is totally normal. This is totally normal that I'm bringing my own food to Christmas dinner. I mean, it's totally normal. Normal people do that. No, they fucking don't. Christmas dinner and many other family, friends type dinners, basically whenever you're having dinner with other people involved, it's about sharing. Sharing is caring. It's about sharing a meal. That is what has evolved. Humans bond over sharing food. We could go back into evolution and we'd look at like how big a deal that would be when food was actually scarce to share your food with other people. Oh, that's a big deal. That is a big act of giving and friendship, isn't it? So there are reasons why almost all social stuff that humans do involves sharing food. It's because it's a bonding activity for us. And that's one of the saddest things about eating disorders, is they remove our ability to actually just relax and do that. And the reason that you even want to try and attend Christmas dinner and things like that and family meals, which many of us often do, we have the desire to go, but then we're freaked out about the prospect of eating. And so we try and problem solve. Okay, I'm going to go to that, but also I'm going to take my own food because that means that I get to go and socialize and be involved, but also I don't have to challenge myself, my fear, and eat the food. So we try and problem solve, but that in itself is a problem because we can convince ourselves that that's normal. We can convince ourselves that's not a weird ass thing to do. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not normal and it's fucking weird. So stop it. Stop telling yourself that it's okay. Stop telling yourself that no one else has noticed that you took your own turkey-shaped cauliflower to pretend that that was your Christmas dinner. Stop pretending that that's not abnormal, because it is. And I think sometimes, for most of us, the healthiest thing that we can do and the best things that we can do to help ourselves is to pull ourselves out on our weird shit that we do and actually look at it and go, there goes me again doing a weird, fucked up, abnormal thing. Because the more you can try and convince yourself that your actions and behaviors when you have an eating disorder are perfectly fine and normal, the further you are away from actually being able to push yourself into recovery. So don't hide from that. Don't hide from telling yourself the truth. This is some weird thing that I'm doing, because that brings you closer to be able to stop doing it. And it's important. So for those of you that are already now, whatever day it is, planning for Saturday and planning your way around that Christmas dinner, either to get out of it or to take your own food or to get someone, usually mum, to make you something different, just look at that for a moment and stop it. All right, Merry Christmas.